We are back. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. Maddie Marshall with Rich Tefford here on GoSports.com. First big event of the season, and we have 4 more sets to go. This is a big one. Houston Heat is about to play AC Diesel, and if Diesel doesn't win this game, they're going to go 1-3, and they're going to get knocked out. They got the superstar roster, and we always talk about, man, it just takes time. How much time, it's tough to tell. It's like they're going to be losing a body here first, and Chad George is going to go right into the 50, right into the Snake 1.
Yeah, Houston Heat is a tough team to go play a must-win game against Saturday afternoon, right? Like, there's a lot of teams that you'd want to draw, and Houston Heat is definitely not one of those teams. And we talked about earlier, every team takes a certain amount of time to gel, right? And Diesel's obviously going to need some amount of time to gel. Once they get there, they're going to be an amazing team, but it's just going to take them a little while. An event, maybe 2, before they're playing at the level they should be playing at.
And I think that they know that, but they still want to come out and win this one. I mean, this is an incredibly important game for the franchise. If they win this one, they go 2-2. They're going to make it on to Sunday, probably playing in a wild card round. But still, it doesn't matter. I just talked to Magic Mike, owner of the Bears, and he's like, "Hey, we made some mistakes today." I'm like, it doesn't matter. We made it on to Sunday. It's the tournament
everything
resets.
starts over tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be in the wild card round, but
you're
you made it to
in a
Sunday.
better or worse position, but it starts over.
So Houston Heat still with 5 strong here. It's a 4-on-5 situation, so better field position as well with the big bite off the breaks. And Chad George, the Snake 1, got Tyler Harmon behind him, San Monville, and having a good event. Played well yesterday. And also Ronnie Dizon, who has been going into that wedge. It's interesting, too, Rich, is that we had Carl up here, and he was saying not a lot of teams are playing that wedge a bunch. Yeah. And he thought that was a bit of a mistake because there are different shots from that spot you can launch. But Dizon has been up there. Right? Yeah, Dizon's been up there quite a bit, and just interesting tactically and strategically. And then Dizon's going to use that as a launching pad to easily get in safely to that important 50-yard line brick.
Yeah, I like the way Houston Heat spread the field, pushed Ronnie up the side. He didn't go off the break, so he didn't worry about getting shot. Kind of waited for the timing, got up there. Chad George can watch the cut in front of him now, so Ronnie can protect Chad, Chad can protect Ronnie, and then they've got 3 guys in support positions behind those 3. With Diesel already dropping a body, now having to push into this zone, it's going to be very, very challenging for them to win this point. In order for them to do that, Houston Heat's going to have to make a mistake, right? Like someone's going to have to look into a ball, pick a bad gunfight, and with Sam Moundville out there quarterbacking, that's probably not going to happen.
There have been just a lot of different styles out here, as we always see, but we've seen some teams really push the issue. We saw Infamous just play hyper-aggressive against Legion and put up 8 points. I mean, that is almost triple the amount of points that we've seen in some of these games total. A couple games have ended 2-1, and Infamous put up 8. So they played the field the fastest that we've seen. New York Extreme is also playing this field very aggressively, and then some teams are playing a little bit more tentatively. So with AC Diesel, with the roster they have, I was just kind of wondering, knowing they need this win, are they going to come out aggressive? And is the Heat also probably going to come out a little aggressive? This could also be a little bit more of a high-scoring game. We will see, though.
Fedorov gets outside, Matty, from the can to the Dorito 1, looking inside. Oh, Diesel dropping their plate on the Dorito outside, Matty. As Fedorov repositions outside to the baby Dorito. 5-on-3 advantage here early on.
Mark Johnson comes across, try to get the drop on Dizon, and not able to do it. Nice job by Dizon to suck into that bunker and get that kill on Mark. And that is going to force a quick concession here.
I like that Mark's in there, getting some spins.
Yeah, it looks like they switched Mouse over to the D side, actually, as he had found his way into D2.
Mark Johnson, listen to what I'm saying, and these guys are going to hate me, but if the guys that you're paying are as good as I think they are, and you think they are, then they should be able to carry you, and you should be able to play every point. So get up and have some fun, buddy.
Well, Mark got in there at the close of that last game, and he had a really good point. So still getting it done out there.
He's been pretty good at paintball for a long time. Ironman coming out.
It's good to have a deep roster because it is starting to heat up a little bit here this afternoon.
Oh, it's heating up all right.
Ironmen taking the field. Ironmen, interesting weekend for them. They beat AC Diesel, but then they lost their second game to Houston Heat, and I think I didn't put up a point, maybe one. It was a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring game, yeah.
So a little hit or miss yesterday for the Ironmen, but they're going to hit here off the break and get
Benny Carroll getting a
quick kill.
There,
yeah, Benny Carroll, and they're taking on Revo. So Revo also hit a little more miss yesterday. They dropped both their games. They need to win 2 today, and they have.
Yesterday was a train wreck, right?
Yeah, so Revo dropped to Diesel by 3 and then dropped to the Hurricanes by 2. So sitting in
Hurricanes are looking
negative
good.
5. Hurricanes are looking pretty good. Corey Field getting a spin, and he's going to get up into the wedge. They are going to be losing. Is that Kyle over there on that side for the Ironmen?
Can't see.
Yeah, Ironman taking a walk from that D side here early.
Revo in the Snake 1,
Yeah,
Snake Tower, Snake Temple.
With the new pickup, Silos Tortez.
Yes, Cortez looking inside, kind of playing defensively. Now he's switching outside to play offensively, trying to figure out where the bodies are in front of him and decide whether he should play offensively or defensively. Kind of has to shift gears and go back and forth in that position. Henry Sense, communication from the Drio side of the field. Real important first point. Every point of the match is important, but none's more important than that first point.
Yeah.
Trying to set that tone.
Also, big shout out to Nick Sloviak. Obviously couldn't be here with the tragedy that struck his family, but our hearts and thoughts go out to him. I'm pretty sure he's watching right now. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, I love you, Nick.
See, look at Cortez talking it up really nicely here.
Yeah.
Letting his back guys know, hey, this is what I need. This is where they're at.
Definitely matured as a player for the last couple of years. Fill out to the corner behind him, starting to wrap, put pressure down the tape. Gets put in by his mirror.
Ironman digging out, trying to get out wide, D side. And makes it clean. So Ironman, with some repositionings, also able to get out wide on the Snake side to get out the back corner bunker.
Corey Field is just 100% waiting for someone to go to the 50 Snake. If they go there, he is ready for that. But if they don't go there, he doesn't have much more of an angle the way he's playing that bunker. They must have scouted Revo and think that they're coming this way hard. But Cortez is inside. So Corey's going to switch. So Corey now switches his gun to the drill side. I think that's a much better gap for him to mind.
Another little bit of a long point out here in this first one between the Ironmen and Baltimore Revo.
Cortez probing inside, making a move now to the big brick on this 50 Snake. I don't know who it is down in the corner, but they're getting jiggy.
It's Caleb Abel.
Abel, yeah, Abel's going way out to where there's no bunker, trying to shoot a cross shot, put more pressure on the Ironman.
Henry Sense is going to come up. Yeah, Caleb Abel coming over from Energy Elite, proving himself.
That was a good pickup, I think.
Attack. Yeah, it's definitely a good pickup. Caleb's getting really good.
But then Energy picked up Chewy, which I thought was a good pick. Lots of good, high-level pickups, middle-level pickups. Very interesting offseason. Oh, great repositioning there.
Yeah, so Silos goes from Snake 1, he goes up to the brick and then back to the brick. He's kind of all over the place.
He's playing like 4 or 5 spots up there. They might have to pay him extra. I don't know how that works out. If you get paid like by the point or by the...
He's getting paid by the move, Rich.
By the move, yeah. It's clear. Him and Blake. Blake's getting paid by the move, too.
Yeah, Blake, man. I can't wait to see Blake and play for Dynasty. He was just all over the place playing as the second attacker. Already out of paint, though. Trent Nita had to get a pod thrown from Corey. Corey always carries lots of bullets out there. Hey, Trent, I need you to carry another pod out, bud.
Yeah, this point is really kind of slowed down here, Matty. Obviously, first point of the match, nobody wants to lose that point, make that mistake. But at some point, they have to consider the fans. It's not just all about them, right?
Yeah, stop being so selfish.
Right. Let's get in this game. Well, I mean, at some point, you don't have any more bullets, right? And your air's really low, and your options start dwindling, right?
Yeah, down to, 4 minutes ticked off the clock here in point number 1. As Corey's been looking for Silos, but Silos has been all over the place here. He's currently at the 50 brick in that snake structure. But he's basically the one playing the offense here for Revo. They haven't really taken much ground other than just letting Silos kind of run around up here all over this 50 structure. Yeah,
the Ironmen have no offense really since they've gotten to these spots. Silos is the only guy up front for Revo, but he's repositioned to 3 or 4 different positions, which I really like. As long as you don't get caught on your transitions. Oh, Ironman first player taking the walk over there. I think it's Nikolai.
Yeah, so, okay, that was Kyle. Who took the walk earlier? Ironman down to 3 bodies.
Yeah, Revo with the big advantage. Going to win this first point, most likely. 3 in the back. See the Cortez up on the 50. Cortfield's in kind of a bad situation. Can't really use his gunfighting skills really well there.
Yeah, just kind of posting up on this lane, hoping that Silos gets sloppy and gives us something to shoot at.
Yeah.
Him and Nita are right next to each other, so they've been good communication. And yeah, but it's just they've just been letting Silos just kind of scurry around, go from bunker to bunker, and Look at this, though. O'Mara is way out in the back
Trying
over
to figure
there.
out how to get past that gap.
Talk about feeling no pressure.
Yeah, right?
He must know exactly where those players are and which guns are on him, because he got real creative to get out safe to that back corner bunker. So now some action over on the D side. O'Mara getting into D1.
Corey Field switches back from Dorito side, dealing with O'Mara, to dealing with Cortez on the snake side Dorito, on the snake side 50. Henry Sense moving from the tower to the little brick on the snake side. Going to transition there into snake 1, backing up Cortez.
Yeah, Sense gets in with Cortez to snake 1 as looks like O'Mara's thinking about moving up to D2, and he does. And, I mean, O'Mara is feeling so little pressure over here. He's just kind of gliding into spot to spot. He's really not having to deal with any guns. He's going to get across the gap into D3. So Revo being proactive out here and dictating the pace of this game. Ironmen been playing on their heels for a while.
I think Corey thought he had a shot figured out because he's been just waiting to make that shot. If he's not careful, he's going to get pinched from the drill side. Very closely contested match over here on the snake side of the field. 2 players for each team within 10, 15 feet of each other.
So he's yelling 50 snake because that's where Henry is. Silos comes across and is going to trade out. No penalty assessed as clean one. But as that happens, Henry gets the shot in on Nita. And that should do it, as Henry's going to get a 2-pack to get that kill cross field.
Nice close by Revo.
Yeah, so it took him a little bit of time. Took him, 7 minutes to do it, but doesn't matter. Who cares how long it takes to get that point on the board?
As long as you get her done, right? Got to get her done.
So now going to see Houston Heat, Diesel, take the field after a decent break to discuss game plans. Houston Heat with a 1-point lead. Yeah, just big test for Diesel early on in this new look for the superstar squad.
Yeah, and those guys are all becoming like leaders, right? Like they're men now, right? They're going to a new team. They're getting paid really well to do it. This is their first test. They're going to face many, but this is their first big test. And obviously they've been tested before and they'll be tested again, but let's see how well they do on this test.
I would just like to see him play a little bit more aggressive. I'm not asking for crazy, big moves out there, but just seeing what's being effective out here.
Yeah.
Because when they decide to play a little bit more defensive, they're losing too many bodies. They seem like they're grinding their gears on those secondary moves. Except for the Revo game. Obviously, Revo game looked good, but they dropped the 2 others.
Yeah.
And
I feel like there's a lot of people out there waiting for somebody else to do something.
But that's kind of the plague of the superstar squad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just happens quite a bit. But I don't think it's that. I think they're maybe trying too hard. Sometimes you're gunfighting too much. You're like, all right, I gotta earn this keep here. So, bam,
forcing
lost a gunfight. All right, let me get back out here.
Round peg into a square pole.
Yeah. Yeah, we want a little technical timeout right now, so it's going to give everyone even a little bit more extra time to discuss game plans.
Tyler Harmon down there talking to the new pickup Kelly, trying to help him get his head wrapped around this next point.
Yeah, Houston Heat looked really good yesterday. Also not putting a ton of points up but mostly control. But I don't think they let the Ironmen score a point. I think that was a shutout victory, 4-0, maybe 4-1, and then they let the Hurricanes put up 1 point. And the Hurricanes are looking really good.
Dude, the Hurricanes are looking amazing.
So maybe this is
if I was going to ever have an actual dark horse, which I would never do, just because.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
They would be my actual dark horse.
Houston Heat, Rich Telford's dark horse.
No, Hurricanes.
Oh,
like if I was going to have a real.
You're being serious.
Yeah, obviously I thought I was making that clear. Yeah, if they would be my if I was going to actually have a dark horse, that would technical dark horse. That would be my dark horse.
Yeah, like
every event they're a little bit better. They're always just calm, cool, collective. Every time I talk to them, they tell me what they're going to do, and they go out and do their best to do that thing. They're right on point the whole time.
If the team like the Hurricanes, the run that they've had for the past few years, marching up the ranks and can find a way to win a tournament, that would be incredibly good for the sport of paintball. I would love to see that.
Cinderella story.
That really would be a Cinderella story.
J-Rab's out there trying to get the diesel guy fires up.
But that's the thing. That's always the question: is like, do they have the confidence to believe in themselves? I'm sure they do.
Confidence carries you a long way.
Really, you have to have a chip on your shoulder, man, and they do. But yes, the Hurricanes are getting to the point where we could call them a legit dark horse.
Thank you. Good break for Diesel. Both change up. They got the wing over on the Dorito side with the Dorito can. So 2 on the Dorito side, 2 in the center with J-Rab and Spica. And Mouse, it looks like, over here in the tower. Houston Heat, 5 alive.
Yeah, good 5 alive break and getting Connor Kelly into Snake 1.
I love that reposition for Connor. He can go there now, just cut down the whole center of the field, Matty. As long as he gets there, gets there alive, he can really shut that down.
Well, they're definitely getting Kelly some spins. We were wondering, okay, how much is Todd going to let Connor Kelly play here in this first event with the team? But he's definitely getting his opportunities.
Yeah, and every spin you give him is an investment in your future, right? Because that's what you need. That you need a kid like that to come in and start carrying your team in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But he can't get there if you don't give him those spins. Really proud of the Houston Heat guys for doing that. I was afraid they were going to bring him in and shelf him like you see a lot of people do.
Well, that was kind of the question, right? A lot of people were asking, okay, look like a body coming off, and it's going to be BJ Henningberg, I think.
BJ?
Yeah, so BJ gets a spin, and he gets taken out. J-Rab's going to filter into the tower. Looks like, I think that's Spica.
Can you see who's in the wing over? Is it Mouse in the wing on the Dorito side?
Yeah, they put Mouse. Yeah, they put him because he played in the D side in the last point.
Okay, I didn't watch that match, so I didn't see that. I like that switch. Change like the field is starting to change now, right? Now because we didn't have the 2 layout weekends, now guys are starting to load up doubles on the Dorito side, which we didn't see, on Friday or Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's almost because the field is playing a little slow. It's almost like have the threat on the Snake side, but hold and then try to push D side. At least that's what teams are attempting. And J-Rab's going to tighten up a little bit here. Spica comes over the top as he sees J-Rab dies, and he gets chewed up. AC Diesel does filter over Goldman, and he's going to find his way to the back corner bunker, but then he gets clipped.
5-on-2, 5-on-1, yeah.
And that's going to force the concession as it was just A-Rod left alive for AC Diesel. So Houston Heat looking really, really solid as Connor Kelly, Tyler Harmon, Ronnie Dizon, and Sam Monville with Konstantin Fedorov out there. It was a perfect point. I don't think anyone got shot. And again, Diesel has not had that much time with this new roster. And it's not an excuse, and it's an explanation, because this has, historically, when you build these superstar teams, it takes a few events typically, and it was an anomaly at the first event last year when we had the Saints go all the way into
I was honestly
to take a second place.
As much respect I have for all those guys, and as good as all those guys are, I was super surprised they did that well that fast. I thought
everybody was.
That was so much harder for us every time we've tried to do that in the past.
Yeah. Well, Keith DeVitt all the way up to the brick here. So the Ironmen running aggressive.
Gets his kill, calls his kill. Revo does have good penetration on that D side, Matty. In that D3 looking inside.
Yeah, good spot into D3 for Revo. They have a player that can also Aztec, and who they lose over? They lost Caleb Abel. So the attacker from the Snake side going with Revo making a move to get into the wedge structure. Keith DeVitt's looking for it, though. Keith DeVitt wants to take you got to be careful, though. It's too big of a bite too early. Ooh, Keith DeVitt looking like he's going to just a little too much here from Keith. And that's going to even up the counts, 4-on-4.
I thought Benny Carroll was playing well up the center, but looks like he's out this point. Henry filling out to the corner there. Good zone control. 3 Ironmen on the Snake side of the field, Matty, with the tower, the brick, and the center Aztec. 1 in the Dorito corner. Can't see if there's a guy. And then Keith DeWitt obviously eliminated out of the center.
Ironmen have 3 here center towards Snake side, and then 1 in the back corner bunker on the D side. So better field position for Revo as they have a body in D3. Also the mini wall in the center of the field, and then a body out wide here, Snake side.
So 4-on-4 here.
And a little retreat from Adam Gomez to the back center.
Really good pickup for the Ironman. I was happy to see him get picked up. I saw all the guys trying out. I was like, oh, that's a lot of dudes. A lot of good players over there. It's picked up to get a spot.
They have a really deep roster. And, Patty Gleason's on the squad, too, and he's not here. Congratulations to the Gleason family. Nita going to try to make a move into the Snake, and he gets peeled off. So now just down to 3 here. A little mistake from Keith and a mistake from Nita. Or is that Hughes? No, I think that was Trent. He doesn't think he was hit. He's ripping his pack off like, wait, where was I hit? But he
Might just be dramatic. It's like Rev was looking to go to that D side, Maddie. They got Dorito 1 and Dorito 3. Who were both on their feet, but now they're back down on their knees, shooting their gun inside. I thought they were getting ready to go, but I guess not. So still 4-on-3 advantage now for Revo. Ironmen now previously 3 on the side, now with only 1 on this side. Revo still with 2 players snake side.
Yeah, well, the Ironmen have progressed now into D3, but here comes Revo getting into D4. 3-on-4 still, but got to give the advantage to Revo because, well, they have an extra point up on the board. So it is going to be up to the Ironmen trying to find a way with the 3 to move forward, but maybe look for a concession if they get one more kill because they are eating up clock. There's only a little less than 5 minutes left to go here, Rich.
Well, I mean, when you get to Sunday, Matt, this is kind of what you have to expect.
Bro, we're in Saturday afternoon.
Playing for first and second place, this is the kind of pace that's going to ensue. I mean, we all saw this coming. Ironman losing their attacker and the drill 2 over there, Matty, but he trades, so it goes from a 3-on-3, a 4-on-3 to a 4-on-2, and now to a 3-on-1.
Yeah, so now they need to concede this point.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking in the Ironman pits, and they must think there's way more bodies left alive. It's a 3-on-1.
It's just Al, right?
Just Al. It's a 3-on-1.
Don't get me wrong, I have a ton of confidence
It's
in
a
Al.
3-on-1. There's
Nobody
4
has more
minutes and
confidence
20
in Al
seconds
than
left.
I do.
Yeah, they could have had an extra maybe 20 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
So they're going to be down by 2 with really, really long points running with only 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go.
You hear that? You see that Ironman shirt that Shayna's wearing? Heroic, historic Ironman. Pretty cool.
Yeah, well, Shane Pastana is both heroic and historic, that's for sure.
He has both of those things.
Yeah, we just did the Hall of Icons.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was super cool.
Thanks, bud.
I stole your jacket.
Is that where that thing went?
Sorry, bro. I got to do what I got to do.
Ollie, I need another one. I mean, it's got my name on it, so.
Yeah, that's what makes it so valuable. Thank you. Glad you're just now catching on, big guy.
Yeah, but Shane Pastana, also first bout Hall of Famer.
Got his jacket as well.
Oh, man, you're coming up, dude.
I was like, hey, you need me to put that away for you? It's super hot. He's like, yeah, thanks, Rich. Sucker. Oh, Houston Heat, first little chink, losing their first attacker on the Dreer side. I believe that was Ryan Moorhead. Got shot trying to get up to that wing. Diesel player in the center there asking for a check, not getting it. Referee's like, I'm not running in there. If you're hit, you just need to leave. Gets Mark Johnson asking for a check. It's in the little ass second. Yes, you got
Mark Johnson. Yeah, so even on the body count right now, 4-on-4, but better field position here for Houston Heat. As they have Chad Jordan, Snake 1.
I think you're going to see a lot of Chad George in that bunker doing exactly what he's doing, man. Chad making the bounce, getting across the gap in front of Chad. Now the 2 Chads will be playing the 50 Snake for Houston Heat.
Yeah, Chad Boucher.
Oh, Tyler Harmon, uncharacteristically getting caught.
We do not see that very often.
Got peeled out of that tower from the corner. Hard wrap there from the corner. Can't see who's in there. Who's in there because he's in the shade to me, but great shot down the line. Anytime you shoot Tyler Harmon off, that's a win.
Might be Mouse over there. He's completely tucked in right now, but I got a glimpse of him. I think it might be Mouse.
That's the position I would have Mouse in, so I could definitely see Mouse playing there.
Well, yeah, but he got a couple spins over on the D side. So.
Oh, that's right. He was playing that wing. Good communication on both teams.
Yeah, I think that is Mouse. So nice job by that's Alex Goldman. So nice job by Alex Goldman to shout out Tyler Harmon. But
now 7 paintball players are trying to figure out. 7 of the best paintball players are trying to figure out a really high level puzzle as they try to shoot each other in the face. Oh, big bump on the drill side now. Drill 3 over there.
Yeah, so better field position for AC Diesel on that D side. Better field position here on the Snake side for Heat.
And I think Chad was supposed to shoot that gap, man. I think he missed him on that gap because I don't know if he has that next gap or not.
Chad Boucher here on your screen. He's on to AC Diesel's side.
Yeah, I don't think they know he's there either.
Yeah, he hasn't touched the bunker. They definitely don't know he's there.
Yeah, he's loading his clip up.
If he pops up high, then he might have a shot on J-Rab if J-Rab stays, but now J-Rab's tucked in. He doesn't have a shot when he's down low. Maybe a little bit over that bunker, but that
if J-Rab
on the top
forward,
of that
though,
bunker.
he can get him.
If J-Rab continues to stay up high like that, then he has a chance.
That's what
now he has a shot. He definitely has a shot from that side. Oh, is he gonna?
He missed
he shot there. Finally, took him 10 paintballs, but he finally got that shot. I mean, he didn't have a lot to shoot at, but nice kill crossfield by Chad Boucher on Justin Rabikoff. Gonna make things easier here for Houston Heat.
I still don't think they know Chad's in here in their Snake. He's got 2 guys right in front of him though. And Chad George is looking inside, so he can't protect him.
Oh, Goldman gets checked back in. And
Goldman
uses
gets
his
a hard bounce there.
Either had a hard bounce or just dodged that ball. Here comes Goldman's going to come and trades out. No penalty assessed. And I don't even know. Did Chad even get shot?
Yeah, I was going to say they were calling for a penalty, but Chad got him first for sure. Oh, big release from the back line.
A-Rod comes and jumps over the bunker.
Trades.
As another body dying from Diesel on that D side, and it looks like it's just Fedorov left alive
doing the Fedorov
in
dance.
That back center.
He hit really well that game. That's probably the best hiding I've seen him do.
There's still enough time for Diesel to get in this match, but they're grinding their gears on the offense. They can't seem to get any offensive threat going consistently. You know, if you take out the Revo game, looked really good, and they looked like themselves again. But the other 3 games so far, we just really they've been throwing guys in different spots, and
I feel like
don't really seem to be getting
when Spica was attacking in that strong bunker in the middle, they were doing really well. And when that stopped, that was kind of all of their offense and all of their pivots off of that.
J-Rav's been having a hard time surviving in the backfield. Mouse and the combo of Mouse and Spica together was pretty solid during that Revo game.
Yeah.
And a couple other points. They've been throwing some different bodies out there. Mostly it's just been super hit or miss.
I feel like they're playing the way the spots they want to play instead of the spots they should play based on this field.
Yeah, I mean, Baginski got shot out a little bit too. I mean, he also had a couple good points. I mean, it's just, yeah, they're just trying to define the form right now. They have not found the form. It's going to take them some time. Now, Baltimore Revo up by 2 here on the Ironmen. 4 minutes left to go in this one.
Yeah, Ironmen are going to have to switch to a little bit more offensive. Referee trying to get that Ironman off the field. And giving the flat, yeah. Goes in, gets shot, pulls a buddy.
Yeah, DeVitt coming off. Looks like Field taking the walk as well, too, for the Ironman.
2-on-5 advantage for Revo here, Matty. Is this point devolves very quickly. Benny Carroll back in, playing that middle position.
It's just so interesting because it's so early in the season, right, Rich? And all these teams have made, as Nita coming through. Oh, he just might have got shot in his back by his own player.
His own guy. They didn't expect him to be there.
Benny getting another spin, staying alive in that wedge, and ripping a lane crossfield. But a lot of these teams are trying to find the form, right? They have a lot of new pickups, a lot of new squads. So it's a difficult, chaotic field. It's a little untraditional.
Well, and everyone's used to twice as much time, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's used to going into this practice or this event having twice as much time on this field. So now they're forced to not only deal with the fact that they're trying to build a new team, or get the gel together of a new team, but now they have to learn a field that they don't know as well as they usually do at this point of the tournament.
Yeah. Revo looking hot, though. Revo looking pretty good right now.
Switching the gears, they lost their coach to COVID, unfortunately. Troy got sick. Sorry, buddy. Hope you feel better.
So timeout being called. Yeah, I did not know that. When did that happen?
I guess he got it on the plane here.
Okay.
And started getting symptoms at the first practice weekend, and then found out right before the event that he had it, unfortunately. So, yeah, they're down their coach. Tom Ford's doing it all by himself, running the whole ship, doing the best he can.
We're in the pits right now with Revo. There's Silos Cortez and Steven O'Mara. Long time. I got to tip my hat in respect to O'Mara. That guy gets an offer every year to leave that team, and he never goes. He must be doing pretty good in life because his bank account would look a lot better if he had taken those deals the past 5 years. But he doesn't care.
Obviously, they have some dirt on him. Diesel heading back out there. Got J-Rab. Mouse, Hyde. Can't see who else is going out. Houston Heat's coming back in. T-Harm. Let's see what Diesel can do to change this up. They got to go offensive, right, man?
Yeah, just shaking my head. I mean, we know why, just because it takes time, but...
I'm putting Spica in that center bunker. I'm putting Mouse working his way into the snake.
And then I haven't seen Clint Johnson in a while. Maybe he snuck out there, but he also had some good looks yesterday.
Clint's always a weapon. Even if you bring in a bunch of all-star guys in, if someone on the roster, just for whatever reason, whether it's not lucky, the ref hates him, whatever it is, if it's not working and you got someone like Clint on the bench, get him in those points, man.
So Houston Heat, 6 minutes, 19 seconds left. Undefeated yesterday and haven't let Diesel put up a point. So looking pretty solid here, but just going to roll guns, try to burn clock off.
San Mon will move from the back center to the little Aztec to that key important bunker in the center of the field, which is a perfect spot for him, Matty. He can communicate, he can shoot lanes both ways, play offensively, play defensively. doing something we haven't really seen a lot of people do. You see he's laying down, looking through the crack there, trying to see what's going on the side of the field. Now Spica moving up into that wing on the Snake side for Diesel. I like him way better there than I do like him in the back row.
Yeah, Spica pump and paint towards that D side to try to keep Fedorov honest over there. Fedorov already in D3. Nico Hyde into D2. Here comes A-Rod. A-Rod's going to get out behind Mouse.
Good field to the corner there.
Mouse is dealing with a little gun issue, it looks like.
Good communication on both squads. Tyler Harmon's in that tower, trying to get his voice across the field. It's hard for the guys in the Doritos and the Snake to kind of communicate, so sometimes the guy in the back will help pick up that communication. Get that communication from one side or the other and back and forth. Oh, wow, J-Rab again walking out early. He's just been struggling all day, huh?
Maybe it's one of those situations where, he feels like he needs to be that vocal leader.
He's trying too much.
Yeah, it's like, remember when Spica was on the Ironmen?
Yeah.
And he was in a situation where they were rebuilding the team, and now he's got to kind of be that vocal leader, too. It's a lot of pressure, right?
It is, 100%. 100%. And also, sometimes you just get unlucky. You just have a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's, he had some early dust yesterday, too, and then some more today.
Someone like J-Rab, the better you are, the more people put pressure on you, right? Like, they scout, they look for you, they want to get you off the field because they know how dangerous you are.
And once we've seen somebody be as good as he's been, one of the best ever, it's like everyone has, and including himself, such high expectations.
Yeah, of course.
A-Rod coming across, getting into the brick.
Him and Sam Monville going to have a little battle up there.
A-Rod pops the top real quick. Houston Heat just controlling zones. And we've seen, you can let a team take most of the 50s and still win. And sure enough, that's what they're going to do. They're going to eat up A-Rod. Again, not going to criticize A-Rod at all for trying to get creative and be offensive because, they have to get something going.
Yeah, someone's got to do something, right? You can't just play defensive out here, especially when you're down by 3 points.
It does look like someone got a shot on Fedorov. So Fedorov coming out of that D side.
It was a cross shot. I think it might have come from Snake 1, Matt. I think it might have been Mouse all the way across field. Good communication, calling Cobra. Diesel's in a tough spot. They've got 4 Houston Heat guys in front of them. They're down by a decent enough points where they got to start pushing into the guns.
And Heat's not really engaging too much.
Why would you? I'd be hiding.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stacking up pauses like in the cracks of the bunkers and stuff.
You're coming in undefeated.
Telling stories about
nothing crazy on the spread, but now you got a 3-point lead. Yeah, Heat's just playing the field every time we've seen him out here, just doing what they need to do. This is just textbook high-level paintball. You got Connor Kelly in there with Tyler Harmon and Sam Monville.
Kyle's trying to get creative. I love that Kyle's getting creative up there. I feel like he's got to play a little bit more. Oh, they shot Ronnie at that corner.
And immediately Tyler Harmon fills back. Smart bump back. Yeah, as soon as he sees that Ronnie comes off, he reads, and he's going to go right over to that side. Goes to the back center. And let's see if Mouse and Spica can try to bust this one open. Referees are checking out Spica. Ooh, Spica somehow caught one. Who shot Spica? And Monville's looking for it right now.
Yeah, he's trying to find where Mouse is. Wow, Mouse made an amazing snapshot. Nice shot, Mouse. Came over the top, one ball Sam there. Down on bodies, down on position. Mouse is going to get Diesel back in the mat with another kill there.
Mouse is just chalking up kills over here to try to put Diesel on the board and make it an interesting game. 2:18 left.
Let's go, Mouse.
Yeah, if Mouse can get a roll in here, they just don't know the count because all those bodies came off. He's trying to find. Did Tyler already come off too?
I think so.
Tyler
nice
did.
Point by Mouse. Well played.
And Nico Hyde.
Well played, sir.
And Nico Hyde stayed alive over there.
Yeah, Nico Hyde getting back out from the wing to the Dorito and eventually pushing up that side.
Yeah, that was crucial.
But Alex got both of those last 2 guys in a one-on-one gunfight pretty impressively. That's got to give them some momentum, right? Which is kind of what they needed because they've been playing like they've lost already.
And around 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
plenty
a
of
minute
time for
per
a team
point.
of that caliber.
Yeah, so but they're gonna be forced to play hardcore offense.
Break it down for me, right?
Well, it's obviously we've seen you can make that center 50 brick pretty easily. Pat Kraft's been doing it pretty much every single point.
I can't.
It's a secret.
Good professional paintball player,
Everyone,
sure.
guys, quiet. No one. Rich doesn't want anyone to know. But yeah, and look at what Infamous was doing. They were flying down the field. So, Snake one also makeable. But the problem is you got to shoot the shooters.
It's tough, man. It's a weird field.
And then maybe you send that body up. Now those guys are going to come to center and then Snake side. But then have that third runner trying to take maybe D3, D4 off the break. Again, a minute per point on this field. Rough, very rough.
You definitely put yourself in a tough situation. Uh-oh, got running refs on the Revo side. We got flags in pockets. We got, So 5-on-3 advantage here for the Ironmen very early in this point, Maddie.
Yeah, minor penalty on Silos.
The highs and lows of being a professional paintball player. 1 point, you're a hero. The next point, you're a devil.
3 minutes left in this one.
Ironman dropping the hammer through the center of the field, Maddie. I like using that pin to block yourself into their wedge.
Well, they're in the exact same situation Diesel is just in. They barely have any time left. They need a minute per point. They run through the shootout Cozy Rev.
Wow, I can't believe Henry made it through that gap.
I don't think he did.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
I was like, that
was really impressive. Omar, the last guy standing, trying to hold off the Ironman.
Yeah, Kyle streaking down, gonna run in.
Kyle scoring that point. Ironman looked good that point.
Yeah,
they should just do that every point.
They even have a little bit more time left than Diesel does.
Hard attack through the middle. I like that.
2:37 left. So, okay, you asked the question, how do you score the quick point?
Thank you.
Exactly what the Ironman did. Have your opponents get a penalty. Have no one on the stake side at all.
If you can have half the team removed off a kill and a penalty, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And honestly, we were talking about yesterday, like, you know, how fast can a fast point ever be scored? That's one of those things, right? If you have an open lane down the center and the other team gets a penalty on the break, you can score a really fast point. On this field, not so much.
Yeah, getting a look here in the pits. We saw Shane Pastana and Nicky McEvers and then Mike Paxton. That's a lot of paintball IQ here to help lead this squad. And then, you know, look at Gomez. Gomez giving some input here to keep the VIT. And this is every time we cut to the pits, the teams that the top level teams that have won tournaments, won championships, that's what you see.
Constructive conversations, right?
Constant discussions about everything that happened, up, down, doesn't matter.
Oh, Chad George got in the snake, got his gun up, and caught him going through the center of the field. That was amazing.
So fighting fire with fire.
Impressive.
Houston Heat goes with an aggressive game plan themselves, sending Chad George all the way in. That's going to force a quick concession. As soon as Chad George in there and started chalking up those kills inside, they had to throw the towel in.
Chad's feeling it too. Nice play by Chad George.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just going to be the odds are getting very slim here for Diesel to have any chance of coming back.
Yeah, they needed to win that point, right? Risky play call, just did not work out.
Well, I mean, you know, kid made a good shot.
What can I say? Kid made a good shot.
You know,
my favorite line in paintball.
But that's an interesting play call from Coach Todd Martinez. He's like, okay, they have 2 minutes. They need 2 points. Let's send Chad. They're going to have a lot of guys flooding down the field, not shooting their guns or running and gunning, less accurate positions.
Chad, you think you can make it? Yeah. Giddy up,
Hey, Chad, what do you think about getting in Snake 1 and then just look inside, blast bodies? All right, cool. Let's do it. And that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what he did.
It's probably how that conversation went down, too. So 10 seconds to go before the start of this one. Ironman with about 2:40 left on the clock, and they're gonna have to flood down the field as well.
Yep.
And sure enough, they're gonna send, looks like, I think Trent all the way up to
center 50 brick.
Yeah, center 50 brick, and he makes it clean. They get Chris Streetgarth to get out there. He gets spin. He gets into the wedge, and then 3 bodies filtering up on some secondaries to get out of that back center and get up the field. And no kills, though.
Nope.
So that's not going to help out the Ironmen here. But they have 2 bodies now at the 50.
Lose their first. Benny Carroll gets a kill on the inside. 5-on-4 advantage for Revo as they lose their first. Henry sent out of the back, so 4-on-4. Benny Carroll in a key position up front for Revo. The other 3 Revo players in the back.
Oh, Benny hit the bunker.
Yeah, gave away that position.
So actually, so is Nita over here on this side. So Nita saw the bunker hit and felt the pressure, comes through, trades out. Bunkers, Treegarthen taking over the attack.
Adam Gomez is coming to the tower on the snake side, trying to push through for the Ironman on the snake side.
Ironman into D4. Treegarthen past the 50-yard line, trying to put the pressure on him, but down to a minute 30 here.
Yeah, almost got caught over the top there. It was a little scary. Gomez has got to get engaged in one of these 2 gunfights and take some of the pressure off Treegarthen.
Well,
Revo loses Omar from the can.
And they fill the can immediately, though. Okay. And then Abel goes right into a gun. Or, sorry, Cortez goes into a gun. Yeah, the Ironman could put this point on the board. And Treegarthen's going to sprint in, try to preserve the time. So it's going to be a 1-point game with 1 minute and 9 seconds left to go.
Ooh, thank you.
Ironmen have 1 more game. If they win this one, they'll have 2 wins and have a chance to make it on. And if they lose this one and keep it close, which it already is, so they did that work. And if they can beat the Hurricanes, again, you know, a chance to move on. But it's getting down to it right now.
1 point at a time, Maddie. 1 point at a time.
In the pits, got the Boyum brothers, Bruiser Boyum, There's Kyle. Look at that. Look at the facial hair.
How's the little man at home doing?
He's doing good. Yeah, he's a little savage.
Runs in the family.
Keeps
Runs
the
in the family.
keeps the
Nothing you
hands
can do
full.
about that.
Yeah, we got on a little FaceTime last night, and my
Nice.
wife's like, Monty, say hi to Dad, and he's like, Dad, and then just punches the phone.
I like him. I like that kid. Looks like J-Rab's going to try
That's
to...
cool. I'm glad you like him. I'm going to have to send him to live with Uncle Rich in Modesto if he
That's
acts
always
up.
the threat in my family. If you're not a good kid, you have to go live with Uncle Rich. J-Rab breaking out to the temple snake side. Looks like now sticking out to the corner. I can't see into the corner.
Full court press right now.
Decent
Look at this, though.
first.
Houston Heat sent it in. Houston Heat's going right at AC Diesel. I love this. These play calls have been great from Todd. They're fighting fire with fire. They're forcing AC Diesel to react to them flooding down the field.
Yep.
I mean, they sent it even bigger than Diesel did, and they got a 3-point lead with 1:30 left. Here comes a counterattack now from Diesel up the center of the field.
Donaldson
Runs
was
through.
not
Does he
shooting.
trade out? He did trade out. Oh, and a major
Oh,
penalty
there's the
going to be
major.
assessed here on
J-Rab.
Diesel. Was it
That
on
was
J-Rab?
J-Rab,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
on J-Rab. Yeah. It's tough 3 games here for Diesel. They got some work to do still.
Yeah, Kelly wasn't shooting his gun, so he didn't protect this guy in the middle. Rookie move there for the new kid. But big penalty there on Houston Heat.
Tyler Harmon just punted one of the pods over towards the pits.
You know why? Because Tyler Harmon's not messing around, Matt. You think he's messing around? Because if you think so, you're wrong. Don't be tired, guys,
Houston
bro.
Heat, again, this was the test for both these teams. How is Diesel going to answer after the loss to the Hurricanes and the loss to the Ironmen, playing the toughest team in the bracket, Houston Heat? And then, all right, well then what's up with Houston Heat? I mean, they won their both games yesterday, low-scoring games though, and they came out and just looked phenomenal here against Diesel.
They're
It
looking
really
like a
rose to
dark
the
horse right
occasion.
now. That's what they're looking like.
Yeah, looking like a Rich Telford dark horse here,
Right.
Houston Heat.
Keep playing like that.
Oh man, you got an NFL star in the pits for Houston Heat helping load pods. Chris.
Don't get lippy, guys. Don't get lippy, Amara. Benny Carroll shooting from the blind spot. Revo letting it go a little bit. Looks like Benny might have got caught going in. Yeah, Revo loses 2 on the break, Maddie. Ironmen have a small opportunity here. They've got to capitalize on it. 5 on 3. Amara flies down that Dorito side. No one sees Amara going all the way down to the Dorito 4. If the Ironmen have no one looking Dorito side, all 5 guns on the Ironmen are looking snake side, Maddie.
Yeah.
Amara could go right now and shoot all 5 guys.
Yeah, he's
Oh, DeWitt switched. Maybe just in time. Oh, penalty on the Ironmen.
37 seconds left to go here. How bad is it going to
Amara
be?
makes the move.
Omara does not feeling any pressure, makes the move, dices up 2 bodies to get the 2-pack.
2 on 1.
And
Revo
I think he
advantage.
stays alive. Omara feeling it.
2 on 1 advantage, Revo now, Maddie. Ironmen have 1
Yeah,
player
but
left
there's
alive here in the 50 snake.
23 seconds left to go, and I think Revo did enough.
They did.
So Omara bursted open running through that D side. So you called it. No guns were looking towards Omara, and like the star he is, didn't feel any pressure. Off to the races, gets the 2-pack, and stays alive in the chaos. And Revo's going to pad the margin a little bit here to put the 4th point on the board with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, Ironmen definitely had an opportunity to win that game. They just didn't seize the opportunity.
Well, Revo desperately needing a win here against the Ironmen because they dropped both their games yesterday, and that's another team with Tom Ford coming in, spending some money, trying to build a superstar team of his own.
I'm happy Tom Ford's back. He's a
And
good
but the thing is, though, Rich, is they have Heat next, and Heat looks, other than Dynasty,
Rough draw.
Dynasty and Heat look the best.
Yes, they do.
So we still have
could
yet
make
to see
just
Dynasty.
Dynasty and Heat have their own event away from everybody else.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think that's sorry, Brad. But Dynasty has to play Infamous and X Factor today. So yeah, they looked great
Infamous
against the
looked good. Yeah,
lower
we'll
ranked
see.
teams.
That'll be a good test for Infamous.
And Infamous did just look outstanding in their win against Legion.
Diesel just barely getting a player in there, running in from the box. Mouse in the corner, stick it to the temple. Oh, look at that. All the way to 50 snake on the break.
Devin Stewart coming off early here for Houston Heat, but still a minute left to go. But it's a 4-point spread. This game's over. It's Heat's win. It's just
academic.
going to be what's the spread look like here for Diesel on the standings. Moorhead getting blasted, trying to get into D4. Here comes A-Rod hunting up the center for Diesel, trying to find these last bodies for Houston Heat to put a point on the board for Pride. He gets stopped, though. Duds get the shot in on Dizon. So maybe one more body back center. Yeah, one more body back center there on your screen. It's Chad Boucher, and he does get the kill in on Kyle Spica.
Yeah, eat Spica up.
Mark Johnson and A-Rod hunted for it. A-Rod's going to come and just dunk on Spica. dunk on Chad Boucher.
Keep that shit up, A-Rod. Keep that shit up, dude. Hey, you better come back out.
We're getting a little audio on the field.
Chad was a big fan of A-Rod's move.
Mark Johnson and Ryan Moorhead chirping at each other a little bit. Basically, at least from what I could hear, Ryan watched it go down as he was walking off, and he's like, "Yeah, keep it up, A-Rod, keep it up." I couldn't quite see. I mean, I saw him go up and dunk on him. I couldn't see if he gave him extra.
I'm assuming. He's probably a little frustrated, right? Because they're going home.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, gotta be. A frustrating turn of events here for the new superstar roster on AC Diesel. Going to go 1-3 and be packing their bags heading home. So one more point for Pride. See if they can make it a little bit better on the margin for the standings. I foresee some long practice sessions in their future.
Hey, man, everybody should be playing more paintball, so I'm all for it, Matty. Highly recommend everybody at home quitting your 9-to-5 jobs and just start playing paintball all the time. The pursuit of anything else is just kind of a waste of time. It sounds crazy now, but in 10 years, you'll be like, you know what? Rich was right. Rich was right. We got a true X-Ball match here, so we got 2 minutes in between the points. Here comes Houston Heat back out. Comes Diesel again.
Gotta like this though. You see, I mean, Pauly. The ship has sailed for them. They're going home.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose this game, but you still have J-Rab and Pauly talking tactics.
Yeah, because now they're building for the future, right? Now they're not building for this event anymore.
Yeah, but
now they're building for the next event.
You know, J-Rab's not in the corner sulking.
No.
He's
not
at
leaning
the
on
clipboard.
Ice chest. Yeah, not leaning with the ice chest, big fat lip, like
No 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
He's at
He's
the
a man.
He's at the
Take it like a
clipboard,
man.
trying to be a leader still.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree. He's doing a good job. He's not pouting about it. Big bite up the middle there from Diesel. Oh, there is all the way in. Is that BJ?
I'd say it's BJ. He's gonna get taken out though. Ooh, couple
He was
extra.
in there. Connor Kelly in there with him.
Only 3 seconds left to go. Mouse with the attempt here on the snake side, and then a little exchange for Connor and Kyle at the end as Ryan Moorhead was about to burst things open on that D side, and that is going to do it. Game over. Houston Heat with the victory, undefeated so far here at this event.
Don't worry, Diesel will be back. It's going to take him a minute or two.
So Houston Heat going 3-1, and their last game will be against Revo, and it's going to be a must-win situation for Revo. Because, again, they did drop both their games yesterday.
Again, a terrible team to play in a must-win situation again. Especially when Houston Heat's feeling good. You can tell they're fired up.
So that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on Go Sports. 3 more sets to go. It's going to be San Diego Dynasty taking on LA Infamous, X Factor, and the Saints in this next one. And there is the schedule for the rest of the day here. 2023 NXL Sunshine State Major. I'm Matty Marshall. I'll see you in just a couple minutes.